Hi guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Ella. So today we're continuing our twin flame series, and the next card I pulled was Scorpio. So Scorpio, here we go. Watch this video if you're Scorpio sun, moon, or rising, or if your twin flame, love, interest, soulmate is a Scorpio. And for this reading I'm going to be using a variety of decks. First will be the Legacy of the Divine Tarot. We will look at two people, divine masculine, divine feminine. You're gonna figure out which side is it. I'm not gonna say which side is which. It's just gonna be two people in the connection. We're gonna look at their energies, and then we're gonna look at the connective. So let's get started, Scorpios. Scorpio twin flame reading. First card we have Five of Wands. Okay, so this is our first person. Now let's look at second person. Second person we have is Page of Wands. Interesting energies. So first person symbolized by Five of Wands. You pick a side. Who you think you are? I think that they are very conflicted at this moment of their life right now. In general, I think they just recently went through a major conflict with someone that has taken a toll on their maybe physical, maybe emotional health even. And I think that they were feeling like life was in general kind of turned against them. It could be also within the context of this twin flame connection. They felt that for whatever reason the person that they were so in love with turned against them for no reason. They were not there for them when they were needed. And I don't even think that it could be necessarily verbal conflict or anything like that, but it could be just in general that what they feel is that they went above and beyond basically for this person they're so in love with. They probably even sacrificed so much. They went through so much struggle to be around this person, to just be near them, you know, maybe to just see them. They had to travel physical distance or something, and they've done so much, and yet they almost like it feels like they got nothing back. This is how the person feels. I'm not saying that this is what reality is, but this is the energy of this person. So okay, now let's move to second person. So I'm just gonna briefly discuss their energies, and then I'll take more cards to see what's happening in their life. Our second person is Page of Wands. So what I get from this person is that they're very talkative, very popular, very socially, like they have a lot of connections, probably have a lot of friends. If they go to a party, everyone wants to talk to them. They're pretty smart in their own ways. It doesn't have to be like Harvard smart. It could be just their own. They have their own wits about them. That's what I get. They could be a little bit childish or immature, and they could be a fire sign as well. But it's almost like their childlike curiosity is also part of what makes them so special. Another thing I feel about this person is that they communicate in a very peculiar, maybe even way. And also what I sense is that this person and you have some kind of communication, maybe difficulty. Maybe there is so much actually communication energy around the two of you. Maybe you see each other in dreams, maybe you communicate telepathically, maybe you have so many mutual friends who constantly tell you about them and tell them about you. They could also stalk your page, very likely. But when you talk one-on-one to each other, some issues come up. It's almost like this person gets defensive. Suddenly they choose every word they say. They don't talk to you as much as you want to talk to them. Maybe they don't talk to you at all, even in some cases. And this is this person's energy. So now let's look more in depth at each person. First person was this person who went through major conflict, or just feels conflicted and feels like their twin flame hasn't returned you know, their love, and they've done so much for them. So let's look at this person's energy first. Also, I saw Nine of Swords, so they could be very worried about something right now, maybe even unnecessarily, but let's look more. First person. We have, okay, we got two cards here. We have Ace of Swords and we have Seven of Swords. Okay, let's take one more card. And we have also Knight of Swords. Oof. Alright. feel this person is all in their head right now, all in their thoughts. I don't know, there was this lyric recently in a song I really like. I think the lyric said something like, "It feels like I'm living in my head." And this is the phrase that comes into me when I look at this person. It's almost like everything that's happening, and it could be in their life in general, but I think it's more, of course, towards the twin flame connection, because that's what reading is about. It almost feels like they have this whole other life with this person living in their head, and nothing is real of that, is what it feels like. It almost feels like what I get is like there's so much thoughts, there is so much maybe they could even be talking to their twin flame, like not like talking to themselves, but maybe they could be sometimes thinking about all the things they want to say to their twin flame, all the things they want to share with their twin flame. And this energy is very, very strong. That's what I get from Ace of Swords here. And I feel they are also stalking, actually, this side. I think they look all the time at what their twin flame is doing, but they almost like don't want to show it. They don't want to show their feelings. Maybe there are some feelings they don't want to admit to themselves, even because it's hard, maybe because it's painful for some of them. Maybe last time, because I feel like there was some situation. It doesn't have to be a conflict. It could be just like where person did something that pissed you off so much. There was no actual conflict, but you were just like, never again, I want to talk to this person, don't want to have them in my physical space. It's all twin flame concept, is basically BS, and all of that. There could be this energy. So it's almost like part of their soul wants, their soul, their higher self wants to love a person, but at the same time they blocking maybe even feelings within themselves, but they still continue watching a person. Very interesting energy. And I also get Knight of Swords here. I think it's just the same story about like just things, thoughts, communication. Maybe they expecting also to see a person soon and hoping to communicate, maybe talk about something, hoping something within the context of communication will change. And just there's a lot of thoughts. It's almost like everything is happening in their head, but nothing, it feels at least that nothing is real. So now let's look at this person. Page of Wands, talkative, popular, peculiar with their communication, probably childish and immature also. Let's see who this person is a little more. Okay, I got 3 cards. Okay, so first card we have here is the Hanged Man. We also have here the Knight of Pentacles, and we have here Justice. Very interesting. So this person recently went through a stage where they had no other choice but to let something go, and it felt like, it didn't feel easy for them at all. It almost felt like everything they were holding on to changed in a way, and they were like, at first I think they were hurt somehow by the situation, but at some point they were just like, whatever, let go and let go. So, and I think the situation they had to let go of also maybe has not necessarily even hurt them financially, but they had to juggle things around to get by. That's what I get about this person. So we have Knight of Pentacles, and I think that they were trying to just focus their energy on trying to focus on stability, focus on growing their finances, trying to just channel all this energy into, growing something, becoming more stable, standing on their feet. Because I feel like maybe actually they even went through a situation where they lost a lot of money this year. And I think it could be related to a divorce. So it could be maybe a situation where they had to let go of a partnership that brought them a lot of stability. Maybe they lost money because that's the only way they could divorce. I don't know really, but I think it's a situation that really this is a situation that involved legal matters, yes. And I think they also are awakening to concept of twin flame, because here yin yang system is here, and they are finding just balance and justice in all areas of their life right now. So this is our second person. Now let's look at the connective energy between our first person here, who was this conflicted person who just struggled a lot recently, and to this page. Okay, let's look at the connective energy. So cards that flow out for the connection: a King of Swords and Five of Cups. So okay, this is a little bit heavier, more challenging energy. So what I sense is that one side here was just completely like they were trying to disregard their emotions, and I think this is this King of Swords. They were trying to disregard their emotions as much as possible. Like, even if they were feeling all the same things that another person was feeling, they were like, okay, this makes no sense logically, I'm not gonna go with it. Yeah, like, you live in a different country, so what can we do? Even though they felt a lot, this person had a lot of feelings, but it's just logic took over, and it didn't make sense to them logically how you two can even be together. It didn't make sense to them logically how you can have such strong feelings about them. Like, let's say if you were the one who will constantly going to see them, making efforts to see them, being there for them, it's almost like they were rejecting this because they were like, no way somebody can love me this much. This person rejected love, is what I feel. And as a result, this other person here was very hurt because I think it was this Five of Wands person, they given so much, they went above and beyond. They've done, I think, for this person, for this page, things they've never done for any other person, whether it's a man or a woman. It's almost like they've even stepped over themselves, I feel like, just because they loved so much and they wanted to make another person happy so much. And as a result, unfortunately, there is this sadness, and I think it's a separation phase. Yeah, it's very sad. But let's take a message now from the Astro Tarot deck to see where this is all going. Any possible advice to you guys? We have here Eight of Pentacles. So I think both of you are focused on working on something. So my advice would be, I'm doing a reading and I saw again caterpillar on my window. So transformation is coming. Transform yourself by working on something that's meaningful for you. Channel this energy, whatever it is. If you're feeling this sadness, this hurt, this pain, or even if it's this conflictual energy you're feeling, or maybe this repetitive thoughts that are happening in your head, all of this is open for you to channel it and transform energy by creating something by that. So whether you want to help other people, empower other people who go through similar thing, whether you want to channel it into creativity, whether you just want to channel all of this frustration energy and go exercise, I don't know, create a business, work harder at your job, whatever it is, you can redirect that energy. That's the only really solution at the moment that I'm seeing, because I feel like it's almost like, don't get me wrong, like this Page of Wands, as much as I feel like they were hurtful towards you, they have things that honestly in their life that it's almost like things are so bad that they are becoming this like foolish person who is like, let it go, whatever, I lost just right now so much money, doesn't matter. But maybe they're not even accepting full range of their emotions. Maybe this time is also so challenging for them that and the reason why they blocked you out and the reason why they didn't open their heart to you is because they are actually very sensitive deep within, but this time of their life requires for them to be as cold as possible, because it's the only way they can survive if they numb themselves down completely. It's just the message I'm getting. So if, let's say, they open themselves, they think this at least, if they open themselves to this love with you, to being soft, to being vulnerable, it's almost like they wouldn't be able to survive. And it's, you know how maybe sometimes if it's a very difficult situation, sometimes you have to numb yourself down in order for you just to make necessary things you need to survive. So my advice, channel this energy into productive work, meaningful work. And let's take message from Shamanic Oracle deck, see what else. We have here Ancestor of Knowing. So I think here, deep down, you know. Deep down, maybe even you don't even need to call. And yeah, Scorpio, you know, it's your most intuitive sign. So I think deep down you have answers to all your questions. I think deep down you know why everything happened this way. I think deep down you know what you need to do. You don't even need to probably watch this reading because you know it yourself. Maybe you want a confirmation, so here it is. And this is ancestor of knowing. You can connect to deep, deep wisdom that exists within you and understand the situation better. Maybe, no, stop just living in your head. Stop just your thoughts control. Stop letting your thoughts controlling you, and instead of thinking, transform and go towards the stage of just knowing everything. All these answers, I feel like, are within you. You just need to access them, and to access them you need to transform something. Maybe you need to let something go. Maybe it's attachment that blinds you and doesn't let you see things clearly. Whatever it is, you know it best. So guys, hope you enjoyed this reading, and I know it's very challenging, like to be in the more challenging stages of twin flame journey. It feels, it can be very painful, and I can feel what this person who is 5 of Wands been feeling, and it's really just I think we never really go through something that we are not able to, like every challenge basically that was sent to us, I think it's for us to grow. It's not happening to us, it's happening for us. We can use it proactively, we can change, we can transform. So just recognize your power, stop projecting your power, stop denying your power, and come into a situation that you can come out of the situation exalted, so much more wiser, so much more stronger. And even if you watch this and you'll be like, oh, whatever, you know, it's like it's easy to say that. It's just time will pass and you will get to that stage. And this person, I think, to give you some good news, Page, think on the positive side. If they're in karmic relationship, very likely this marriage or whatever will be ending. However, it does come with a set of challenges, so just give them time to basically clean up their own mess, because you don't want to come into a situation that's messy. You want to come into a place where they will be sweeping you off your feet, treating you like a king or a queen, you know, you are, and you want to be there at that moment. You don't want to be when all this craziness is going on in their life. Okay guys, so hope you like it. If you're new to my channel, please subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye, Scorpios.